Welcome to the latest episode of the Laura and Becky Show. So we used to be radio presenters. We did a breakfast radio show together. We lost our jobs overnight. And when I say overnight, I mean overnight, guys. Then we flew off to Mallorca, drank lots of pale rosé, some limoncello, and we thought, you know what? We're going to start a podcast.
We are now sponsored by Red Brick Estate Agents, Twycross Zoo, and the Summer Beach Club at Meadowhall. Talking of the Summer Beach Club at Meadowhall, the weather looks banging for the next 7 days.
Yes.
Really warm, really warm. So now's the time to go.
Get yourself there, guys. I've noticed quite a few people going there at the moment, actually. And in the sunshine, it is so good. So get the kids, round them up.
Yep.
Even your mates, because they do great cocktails. Get along there.
Yeah, if you've got kids that can go off on their own, you know, when kids get to that age where they can go off on their own, it's a game changer.
Well, I'm not at that stage yet, and I still get the absolute fear. So if I'm in a shop with Lily and she's like, I'm just going to go around and look at the toys here, Mum. I'm like, okay. And I act all cool, but then I have to go back to that aisle because I'm like, is she still there? Has she been taken? Is she all right?
When is that age? It's like 10? I think like maybe 10. Definitely when they're year 6 primary, they can go off on their own 100%.
It gives me the fear. It actually gives me the fear. I'm going to do what you do. I'm going to have that stalker app thing on my phone. I'm definitely going to be a stalker.
Well, listen, it never ends because yesterday, Grace, who is 18, she drove on the motorway for the first time and I watched her on the app. And I was like watching Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, but I was watching Grace drive up the motorway.
Oh God, that makes me go funny.
Just to make sure she was all right. But she's like, yeah, it was fine. But yeah, you never get it. I don't think it. Well, it must do. It must leave you eventually. My mum can give a shit where I am now.
Do you know what? No, I disagree. My mum worries about me now more than ever. Like I'm 40 this year, and she still worries about me using the strimmer, mate, as we all know.
Oh yeah, well, I worried about using the strimmer. To be fair.
Yeah, I feel like she worries now more than ever. And whenever she hangs up the phone, she always goes, just go careful, won't you? And I'm like, yep. What do you mean, Mum? Just go careful.
You do go careful.
I do go careful.
You go careful. You're very careful.
Yeah, I'm a responsible adult.
I mean, if you've been in a car with Becky, you fear for your life.
Someone once said to me, right, they were like, you're the person who I would want to go in a car with. If someone said to me, who would you want to get in a car with? He was kind of like doing lots of things, multitasking whilst driving, but you feel quite safe with them. That's me, apparently. Yeah. Because I can multitask because I'm driving.
Yeah. Well, you shouldn't.
You shouldn't, and don't do it, kids. But I'm very good at it.
Can we talk about something? This has completely just reminded me of something. Okay. Yesterday, I went to Twycross Zoo. Okay. And when we left the house, it was like 8:20. I said to my mum, I had my mum and the 14-year-old in the back. I was like, shall we get a sausage and egg McMuffin from McDonald's? Because I've not had one and I love them. And she went, I don't mind. And I looked at her and I went, no. Do you want one or not?
Like, who said this, your mum or the 14-year-old?
Linda. And I was like, let's make a decision. She went, well, I don't want you to stop at McDonald's just for me. I was like, do you want one? She's like, yeah. So we stopped, went through the drive-through, got it. As I drove off, I gave Mum the bag. She had it on her lap, and I started driving. And I thought, is she gonna crack open the goods? What's going on? And she went, we're gonna pull over and eat.
Pull over and eat.
Becky, it's a people. What is the point?
It ain't a picnic, Linda.
Over but people do. I think it might be an old people thing.
But you drive and eat, no? Or you go to where you're going to. Yeah.
You're sat down. I mean, yeah, obviously you're driving and having a burger in your lap. But who doesn't? Who pulls over?
You don't pull over. It's a little bit like taking phone calls. You don't just take a phone call when you're sat at home anymore. You have to take a phone call as you're driving.
Yeah, obviously hands-free.
Obviously.
Although I do see lorry drivers on their phones a lot. It's naughty.
Let's shame the lorry drivers.
Do you remember when it wasn't illegal to do that? And you're like, just chatting on your phone, eating a burger, smoking a fag.
Eating a Mackie D's.
Yeah. Milkshake. Do you know what I mean? You're doing all sorts.
So did you pull over yesterday to eat it?
Heck?
What did you say to Linda?
I just looked at her and went, don't be silly.
Don't be insane,
Linda.
Linda.
Silly. What the passenger's job is to like almost feed the driver, right?
Absolutely.
Get my sandwich out. Can I have my drink now?
Open the packet.
Yeah.
Yep, so true.
Pull over and eat. Give over.
Hey, we've had very good feedback from yesterday's podcast. If you haven't heard it yet, you need to go and listen today. If there's one episode you need to listen to, it's yesterday's. So we had a really interesting guest on, didn't we? We've had, honestly, so many people have messaged being like, That was such a good episode.
Yeah.
Rosie Roberts, big listener to the show. She's messaged and she just put, I love Mike. Mike was the guest that we had on yesterday. I mean, really, that's all she needs to put.
Oh my God, absolutely. I mean, if you don't know what Mike's all about, basically Mike is a man that never worries. Like, does not have a single worry.
Well, he's been diagnosed, and I can't remember the actual name, anatraxia
it's
or
got
something.
An X and an A and a P in it.
It's basically a name that we can't pronounce, but he's been diagnosed by an actual doctor as having this, and it means peaceful state of mind. You don't worry. So he was like giving us some tips and things. He's such a nice guy as well.
Such a nice guy.
I actually listened back yesterday because I haven't listened to one of our pods for ages. I actually listened back.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I love Mike too.
Yeah. We all love Mike.
Let's get it trending. Hashtag I love Mike.
Yeah. Although there are two Mikes that we love, aren't there?
Who's the other Mike?
I apologize.
I can't.
Oh my God.
Mike.
He is going to be
I am so sorry. Oh my God, I'm not going to get any more Whispering Angel from Mike.
Absolutely not.
Oh my God. It's practically my family. And I forgot
Practically your
my own
father-in-law.
family.
What are you doing?
That is so bad. Mike, I was just kidding, okay? I was just winding you up. You're my number one, okay?
Oh my God, I love it. Right, Twycrossie yesterday. I took my mum, Linda, and the 14-year-old. That zoo is such a delightful place because it's not massive. You know, when you go to a massive zoo, it's a bit like...
It's overwhelming.
It's
too
overwhelming. Much. Yeah. And I like... Well, I've never walked around the Gruffalo bit before.
Yeah, no, I haven't when I've been there.
It's so good. It's so cute. And I forgot how much I love that story. Julia Donaldson must be loaded. She must be absolutely...
She's still alive?
Yeah.
Is she?
Yeah.
Okay.
She writes loads of great. Stickman.
I love Stickman.
Yeah.
That is my favourite.
The rat and the, what is it? The runaway rat, something rat. Oh, her books are just brilliant.
Yeah.
So we'd actually had to walk around the Gruffalo bit because the 14-year-old is just obsessed with animals, butterflies and insects especially. Mm-hmm. So when you go into a butterfly house, it's a bit warm, isn't it?
Very warm.
It's so warm because it was like a greenhouse, I guess.
You get a sweat on.
So I kind of walked in, I was like, it's warm in here. But there were just loads of butterflies. It's amazing. So we walked around once, came out. Then Rosie was like, can you just go around again? I was like, Rose, a bit warm. And she's like, can we? I was like, okay. So I walked around again, came out. She was like, I'm just going to go in again. So in the end, I was like, me and Mum are just going to go and sit on that bench. You go in the butterfly. She must have spent, I'm not kidding, about 45 minutes.
How was she not nearly passing out?
Well, she came out and I was like, you need some water? Yeah. She was like,
red, sweating.
Yeah. But
did you go into the bit, what's the bit where the birds land on you?
The aviary. Oh, Laura Keating wasn't open.
Yes.
Gutted.
Oh,
yeah.
No.
But I've never met, like, it is fascinating watching my 14-year-old. She's obsessed with insects and butterflies.
Yeah, that's probably a good thing though, isn't it? Because, and we're going to talk about this in a little bit, we're not good with insects, are we?
No.
And I think if you can be at one with insects around, you're in a pretty good place.
Yeah, she needs to do something with this. Because I'm like, is that a moth? And she's like, no. So it looks like a moth.
You need to get her a little part-time summer job at Twycross Zoo.
I do, actually. Yeah, she would just greet people going into the butterfly house and out. She'd be like, hiya, welcome. This is this. She knows everything. She knows everything.
She's very knowledgeable, isn't she?
Yeah.
Mate, get her a job. Get her earning some money.
Yeah. She didn't moan once the whole time we were there. Not once.
Well, Twycross Zoo, well done.
I mean,
well done.
There needs to be a medal or something for Twycross Zoo. Yeah. The 14-year-old went in and came out, didn't moan once. Also, I need to give a really, really, really big mention. I don't know his name, but it was the guy that was working yesterday, which is the 16th of August. Someone can check the staff rota. In guest services, was the most delightful man. You know when we sometimes see people and we go, they make us want to cry?
Yes.
Becky, you would have cried. He was
like that.
So helpful. And even when I was walking off, like I was going, thank you. He was like, okay, but make sure you do this. And if you need anything.
What it is, it's people who are just so kind. And when they go above and beyond, that's what it is that makes you want to just like cry.
He was. And there's it's like, if you want to go out the zoo and come back in, you get that stuff. Oh, what a delight. Yeah, I don't know who he was, but Adam will find out.
Yeah, he'll
just
know.
go and give him a kiss from me.
A kiss? But a bit strong, you know? A bit much. I mean,
A handshake.
he did a great job, but
didn't mean to
maybe
say kiss.
coming on a little strong. Oh my God, he'll have a great day today, won't he? What is going on in the world?
I know you won't know anything about this.
This is going to pass me by, which is really
bad.
It is quite bad.
Oh my God. So the women's semi-final was yesterday, but it was happening whilst I was at Twycross. But I managed to get the whole day without knowing the score. I was desperate to watch the game because they have been brilliant, those women. They are brilliant. So anyway, I got home, watched the footy, and obviously they've won 3-1. So England, women's England are in the World Cup final this Sunday against Spain.
Which is amazing. But I need to watch it really on Sunday, don't I?
That game against Australia, it was a home crowd. They're in Australia, but them girls, they did not care. They're just such a good team of girls. And what I love is they've all been friends since they were very young, like 10, 11. It's been their dream. No one's really cared about them. It's been really hard for them. And now I don't know what it is. I'm going to say it. There's a different feeling watching them than the men. Mm-hmm. You can tell them ladies are doing it for the love of football. You can, even if they didn't get paid, they would still work as hard as they do.
Well, I guess they must have done this before. So in the lead up, because they've been doing it for so long with no recognition or whatever, they must have been doing it. And actually that's quite hard to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, like if you're doing something consistently and you're not seeing the results, you're not getting anything from it, you probably would think, what's the point? I'm going to give up.
Yeah.
But they've kept going and look where they are.
And now you look at them as a team and you think, I want to be in that team.
Yeah.
I want to
play football.
Like, that must be, it does make you want. And now when I watch it now, you forget you're watching women's football.
Yeah.
There's no, that game yesterday, I have to say an Australian lady scored a goal and it was the most incredible goal I've ever seen. Like she scored it and I was like, oh, bloody hell. Like, honestly.
I need to watch this on the Sunday. What time is it on Sunday?
I don't know. I presume it'll be like 11:30ish in the morning because it's like...
Okay, I'm in Barcelona on the Sunday, so I'm going to watch it there.
Oh.
I actually think that'll be good.
Wow. Well, I mean, a lot of Spain. So you're
they're playing Spain?
Yes.
Oh, this is going to be good.
Yeah.
This is going to be good.
Oh, please film yourself. Like, cheer.
I will.
God, you're going to get beaten up.
Come back with black eyes. I can't wait.
But go on, girls.
Yeah, go on, girls. In other news as well, Britney Spears.
Yeah.
Bit of news on her. She's splitting with her husband, getting divorced. Is this divorce number 3?
I couldn't care.
Yeah, because she got married to... Don't care about Britney.
I can't.
I'm so invested in what Britney's doing.
But I didn't know she's married, not married. I
didn't know she was married because people were saying, weren't they, that like he was
I thought they'd
doing
been
things
divorced.
to her.
I thought he'd left her.
So she, first one was the one that she ran off with, wasn't it? Do you remember when she went to Vegas and got married to her childhood
Kevin?
sweetheart?
Oh no.
Something Alexander.
I don't know, Becky.
Him. So he was the first one.
Right.
But then he came to this wedding, the latest wedding with her latest husband, and tried to stop the wedding. Yes. So he made a reappearance. So they got married, but it got annulled, didn't it? After like 12 hours, I think.
Oh God.
In Vegas. Then she got married to K-Fed. That obviously lasted a little bit longer. They then got divorced. Then she got married to Sam How do
you remember all of this?
I'm invested in Britney. I'm invested in her life and what's going on.
She should have married Justin. It should have stopped at Justin. It should have stopped at Justin.
No, do you remember when they wore those matching denim outfits?
Yeah, and then Victoria Beckham and David Beckham did it too. Oh no, I remember that.
I miss the 90s.
Oh, me too, babe.
Yeah.
Me bloody too. But anyway, I hope she's all right because I don't think she is.
No, I do worry about Britney.
Yeah.
I do. It keeps me awake sometimes at night. Do you remember when I fell down that TikTok hole when she hadn't been seen on social media or in public for like ages? And I remember genuinely, I was up one night and I was up quite late and I was thinking, oh my goodness, what has happened to Britney? I was worried for her.
Talking of TikTok, did you watch Hamster Rave? I sent it you last night.
No, I clicked on it and the link wouldn't work for some reason.
What a shame.
I know, I mean,
well,
damn it.
You know, I said The Rock was shaped as an egg.
Yeah.
Well, when I shared it with you, they've actually now put him as broccoli and called him the Brock. It's just giving me life.
Is there anything
now the Brock.
The Rock can't do? Is The Rock in The Meg? Is he in that film?
I believe not. I don't know, actually.
Is he? I'm sure. Yeah, The Meg, because The Meg 2 is out at the moment,
isn't
isn't
he in
it?
Meg 2, is he?
I thought maybe he was. I got invited to go and see it tonight at the cinema, right? I can't go because we've got a meeting.
Right.
But the two women, they're two school mums, right? They are obsessed with The Rock. So I need to send them that egg rock
You
thing.
need the Brock.
Yeah,
The Brock.
they will die. Honestly, when I've been with them before, we've had Prosecco and stuff. All they talk about is The Rock.
Send them the
all
Brock.
night.
They'll love that.
Oh, it'll send them wild.
If they love hamsters, then it's a win-win. They were going to.
I don't know if they love hamsters, but they definitely love The Rock.
He should be president of the United States of America.
The world.
Yeah, he really should. That'd be great, please. Someone organise that. Okay, mate.
Well, we had a well, do you know what? We had a lovely evening last night, actually, didn't we?
Yeah.
The weather was just perfection.
Yeah.
It was one of those nice summer balmy evenings that we live for. So basically, we had two things going on last night. We had a meeting that we had booked in. But then after that, we also had a walk with our friends, Kieran and Jordan. So we had to dress appropriately for both things, which is actually really bloody difficult, isn't it?
Yeah.
So as I was getting ready, I was thinking, well, I want to look nice because we were going somewhere quite nice for drinks and the meeting. And it was quite hot. So I thought, right, what am I going to wear to that? But we've got to go straight on a walk afterwards. So I need something casual-ish.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Honestly, the amount of outfit changes I had.
I mean, it was, in the end, we basically both wore the same thing, just different colours, which we keep doing.
Do keep doing.
And I thought it might get a little bit chilly, so I took a sweater. Sweater? Yeah. And a cap. You got a jumper, didn't you? But we both had leggings on, trainers. We just basically looked the same, and blazers, didn't we?
Yeah, we had kind of gym gear on, but a smart blazer over the top for drinks, first of all. But we were both a little bit hot in our blazers, but I refused to take mine off because I felt too casual.
Well, I felt really casual, but I thought I can't get... Mine was a black blazer as well, so mate, I was sweating.
Well, I bloody was with my cream blazer on. But we went to a lovely hotel that's got this gorgeous terrace. We should give it a mention, actually. The Cavendish in Baslow.
Yeah.
And we hadn't been to the terrace area before, had we? It was divine. The views from there insane. We had pale rosé, which was just delicious.
Also, there was because it is you can't really just turn up there for drinks. You have to book a table. But when you know someone, you know someone that knows someone. We managed to get in, right?
We did.
And it's very posh. And the waiter, as he carried a drink, he held his other hand behind his back, and I was like, Becky, look.
Laura actually nudged me and went, mate, she went, look at him.
He's got his hand behind his back.
But he made me want to cry a little bit.
I'm surprised you didn't want to kind of jump on him, because you like Elf Boy. Elf Boy would put one hand behind his...
He would. It just means they're very professional and attentive, I think, when they do something like that. I mean, I was there for it. I loved it.
It is the most beautiful hotel. It was I stayed there on my wedding night, didn't have a clue because I was absolutely hammered, don't remember a thing.
Well, when we met the two girls that we were meeting for the meeting, we were both telling them about the last times that we were at the Cavendish in Basel. And Laura was like, I was last here on my wedding night, but I was trolleyed. I don't even remember it. My husband had to get me out of my dress and I didn't have a clue what was going on. I was at reception with a drink whoa. And then I was like, yes, well, the last time I was here, I wasn't with my husband. I was just here with a random man. So
I tell you what, though, he booked the Cavendish, babe.
Do you know what? Fair play. Fair play.
I love how it's like, well, you saw our hotel and you pick the Cavendish. There's no Premier Inn for you, is there? Absolutely not.
But do you remember he'd booked 2 nights, and after the first night I thought, I can't do another night.
You know what you should have done? You should have gone, and he was quite nice. He was like, no,
yes.
that's fine. But when he left, you should have gone back, mate. You should have come with me. That'd be great. But the terrace is beautiful. They have those lovely, very French, south of France parasols. That's it. And it looks out over Chatsworth Estate, and it's beautiful. The only thing is, there was a lot of wasps.
There was. And you were saying earlier how your 14-year-old's very good with insects. We weren't very good with the wasps last night. We had to move tables about 3 times, but there were quite a few. We weren't sure if it was our perfume or the wine
the Aldi dupe.
The Aldi dupe that they loved so much. But yeah, there were quite a few wasps, so we had to move around a little bit. We also had some little canapes, didn't we?
Oh my God. And the man that brought the canapes over,
I felt a bit sorry for him. There was 4 women, a little bit tipsy, and we all kind of pounced on him a bit, didn't we?
Well, he was explaining what they were, but his voice was very deep and low. And at one point I thought, did he just say beetroot crumpet?
Well, there were 3 different types of canapé, weren't there? There was a sort of a liver mousse one.
Which was divine.
So nice. There was like a little potato fondant one. And then there was this like beetroot one. But the way he said it sounded like he went, and they are beetroot crumpets.
Yeah. What the hell? Oh, they were delicious as well. Yeah.
Very nice. But we had such a nice time. Really good meeting with the girls. Really nice. But then we were sort of like, quaffing the wine, weren't we? But we had to go off and meet our friends. We're like, girls, we've got to go. We'd love to stay and drink rosé, but we've got to go on this walk. So we went into the car park to our cars and did a really quick change. You disappeared to your car. I disappeared to mine. And it was like, is it Mr. Magoo or Mr. McGee who goes into the wardrobe and gets changed? It was literally like that. I saw you disappear in your blazer and you came back with a cap on and a sweater. And honestly, it was making me howl the way we really quickly, just like in 30 seconds, changed our whole outfit.
Mate, we're ready for any event. We're there. We can do outfit changes.
Yeah.
We went on a lovely walk around Chatsworth. What I loved was we kind of, as we started the walk, turned a corner and there was like this lovely pretty cottage. They were like, thatch. There's thatch. And I was like, oh my God. Out came all the phones. I was like, it's a thatched roof, guys.
There's nothing like a little thatched roof cottage. And I think it was like the sun was setting. It was just divine.
I love Chatsworth.
So guys, basically we are ready for anything.
Ready.
Yeah.
Outfits in the car. You can invite us anywhere.
Yeah. We're ready to go.
Talking about going, let's go. We've got another meeting.
We have. And again, guys, we're late for it. You know what we're like. So
bad.
I know. See you tomorrow.